What is the difference between a partition name and a partition label? I have noticed that when partitioning and formatting a hard drive, I can independently set the partition name and the partition label. For example, when partitioning with disk, it is possible to change partition names, and when afterwards formatting with mkfs.ext4, it is possible to set the partition label with L option. Apparently the two are independent. What is the difference? How each is used? I know about ls/dev/disk/by label, but not much more. Quick search in the internet did not help.
The GPT disk format can simply contain more data than its predecessors. One of these fields is the partition name, which, as you have found, can be set by disk or similar. However, before GPT, there were formats which didn't support labels in the partition table, for example MBR, so the data was stored in the FS as a file system label. Using GPT with a file system that supports labels, i.e. basically anything, therefore produces the slightly confusing combination of partition name/label and file system name/label. These values are totally independent, although I don't exactly recommend making them totally different, and most programs will use the FS label, as that one is available across basically all file systems, unlike the partition name, which is only on GPT. However, some programs can use the partition name too. For example /dev/disk/ contains by label/ as well as by part label/. I'm not quite sure as to why you'd ever have to use the partition label, but a contrived example could be an encrypted /home partition. Because the partition is encrypted, the label, or UUID for that matter, cannot be extracted without decrypting it first. Note that common containers do support these values, therefore, you'd have to hardcode the partition number somewhere. Because no one likes hard-coded numbers, you could instead set the partition label and access the partition like that when you decrypt.